Celts. That's an interesting choice. Saracen, Persians, Mayans. Mayans is a great pick, and that's what Jordan has gone for here. And Viper has gone for Huns. So look, some of us were right, some of us were wrong. Let's all love each other. This is ultra random for game 17 of this best of 21. It is all tied up 8-8. Jordan preferring Mayans with the free hidden pick, and Viper Huns. Just looking at the map shortly. I don't know which civilization I favor. This is almost like Scandinavia. If you guys are familiar with Scandinavia, there's water on both sides like this. However, normally there's not these marshes, and there's a little bit more fish. I don't think either player has a huge advantage either. It seems fair. They each have maybe one deep fish on each side. I was looking at the stone positions for the Mayan player because plumed archers and halbs can shred Huns so hard. But this stone's kind of exposed for Jordan. There's some stone and gold in the middle, which players will fight over, but this is a pretty cool map, I think. The one bad thing for Viper is he's not going to be able to wall this that easily. Yeah, it's possible this is ice, but I have the no snow mod on. Viper's not going to be able to wall because of this, the marshes. So, if I didn't have the no snow mod, it could be ice, but I might not even have the mod on at all. You'll never know. You'll never know. Did they play with the mod on? If one played with the mod and one didn't play with the mod, was it half ice and half marsh? These are the questions we ask ourselves. So I think the resources were standard. Yep. 2 boars for Jordan. 2 big piles of gold. And this is a nice natural wall for Jordan 23. So he could wall to the water's edge here. And then build his military buildings on the front. Okay, so 4 on 1 for Jordan 23. He's going out to his boar, and he knows the sheep are there, so he'll collect them while he's at it. Viper also, well, he has 5 on wood, which could indicate a dock. Yep, he's gonna dock. Is it gonna be a good dock? Oh, see, docks pay off, but they don't pay off right away. So if Viper chooses to put all that wood into a dock and there's only 1 deep fish, it might not be worth it. Jordan, however, is going to do the same thing. And let's see, 1 deep fish, right? Yeah, 1 deep fish, 2 shore fish. So at least they're going to be on even terms there. Normally, when you can't scout the map but you see deep water, you need to go fishing. It's too much of a risk to allow your opponents to do that and for you not to do that. But yeah, so Viper is going to be a very similar situation. He has a couple more shore fish. That deep fish is very important for both, though. And they're also docking the same side, so it's possible we could see some fire ships and some galleys combating for that area. It's also something I should note, if they went full navy, which I don't think they will, the navies cannot get to the middle from that side. Over here, they also cannot get to the middle, but I figured I'd mention that. So if they want to build ships in the middle, they'll have to redock. So since they docked, I'm guessing that if Jordan does any feudal aggression, he will do man-at-arms or archers. I don't see him doing a drush now, after putting all that wood into the fishing ship in the dock. Viper will be in a nice position. He can just go scouts, which is kind of the norm for many as Huns here. And Jordan just bypassed that boar. Now, it could be kind of difficult to lame on a map like this because of all the shallows and stuff, but I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. But then again, I don't think they've lamed each other at all this series. But it's been so long, guys, and I've casted so many games and played so many games. I just... they all run together. Alright, so we're just waiting. And we could even see a fast castle time off this if a player wants to wall a little bit. Actually, I can speed it up. Why am I not speeding it up? Look at that. The economy is very important, but here they're not doing anything different. Jordan's scouting to see what Viper's up to. Actually, I think he did that on purpose, just to pull Viper's villagers into the TC, and delay his eco a bit. Viper's getting loom now, and he's probably going to click up, but, you know, gonna be at 22 villagers and 4 fishing ships, so he'll have a lot to work with. So there's actually the click for both players. Oops, I didn't mean to pause. I meant to go back to speed 50. I'm more interested in what the Mayan player is going to do, because he's not going to be able to go scouts. And I think that's what Viper might go for. That being said, since they've gone up a little bit later and there's 2 lumber camps, he might go into 2 ranges as well. I guess if he goes to gold, then I'll know he's going archers. Yep, okay, so he's going to gold. And we might see a grush on this side first. 3 to gold is kind of the standard for a grush. Grush is a galley rush, by the way. And Jordan's sending 3 to gold as well. It's so crazy how close they are to one another. Viper has 1 more fishing ship, but they're both doing pretty much the same exact thing. This is the scouting for Jordan 23. Good scouting. He sees everything Viper can access. Viper... Oh! He lost his scout. I thought I heard an attack noise. Viper lost the scout, which is kind of a big deal. If we do see a grush, I don't think we're going to see an extended grush, because there's only 1 dock for both players here. There's barracks for Viper, and I assume shortly we will see the barracks then for Jordan, and there it is. Actually, this is a late barracks. This is the late barracks, so he'll probably want to defend with spears if scouts are coming out. Scouts or archers, Viper? Archers, yeah. When you have a little bit more eco behind, I think archers is probably best. But yeah, this is late. So he had to pull another villager over to build this fast, and he's going to then start the range with 3 villagers. I don't know if that'll matter too much. Also, the nice thing for Jordan, if Viper decides to go skirms, or even archers, the scout will help him out a little bit. Both to attack and also to distract. How many different rushes are there? Honestly, I don't know all the names. If someone, like, I would never say scrush, but apparently that's scout rush. I just say scouts. If he wants to go scouts. But saying galley rush is... I don't know, for some reason, just not the way I do it. There's trush, grush, flush, scrush, smush. I'm sure there's more. And there's fast castle, of course. But that doesn't have an ush to it. So, skirms for Jordan. And this is... Oh, yeah, look at that. Both players with galleys running by one another. Still a little bit of deep fish left for Jordan, but... it's almost gone, and it's all about fishing ship kills now. Try and kill the opponent's fish. Okay, Viper left this deep fish because it only has 1 fish left. Just to confuse the casters in the future as well. Like, Viper didn't collect all of his deep fish. So what you want to do is you want to micro the weak ships, but it's not going to be easy to do for very long, as Viper's going to lose 1. Keep in mind he did have 1 more, and he's sending the other weak one away, and he is finding another deep fish as well. So, but meanwhile, we do have the fight between, well, now a villager and a spear. But soon to be skirmishers, and yep, this villager should survive. In fact, this villager is a legend because he assisted in 2, well, he got 1 kill and he assisted in the other kill. It's a race to fletching now. Jordan out of luck with killing the other fishing ships unless he gets lucky with that one. And he's sending in another galley. Viper's not prepared for this, so this is important. Because they don't want to toss up farms at the moment. Guys, they want to stick to skirmishers for as long as possible, and farms cost wood, and so do skirmishers. This is what I'm talking about with the Eagle Warrior. The Eagle Warrior can be huge. Viper's docked the middle. But if Jordan gets by now, and he's doing so effectively, this can be really bad. Viper's going to try and, I guess, allow his galley to do some damage. But look at the Eagle from Jordan! Talk about MVPs in this game. Jordan's killing so much with this Eagle Warrior, allowing his skirms to do work. That is a decision I did not expect on this map. Galleys in the middle. That's different. And, oh, the fishing ship! Jordan got the fishing ship! He's been doing so much with 1 galley. He's killed 3 fishing ships. Jordan has 4 total. And now archers are going to be tossed in a little bit. A little bit risky, because there are skirms out, so you got to micro them well. Jordan has a nice natural wall. He has one more villager and 2 more fishing ships, so this is going very good for him. And Viper's just now getting the blacksmith up as well, so that makes sense, actually. He didn't have the dock. If he didn't have the dock, he would have had the blacksmith. But I don't think fletching really matters that much at the moment. Both players just kind of camping. And I'm not sure, but Jordan might be hesitant to push out with the galleys here from Viper. And Viper's just now realizing, but he's going to have more units. What about the Onager Halbrush? It's the own Halbrush. I don't know, man. Persian douche does not have an abbreviation as far as I know. But, you know, it might be. I don't really use abbreviations much. I will say trush, and I think I say grush. But, I'll say smush as well. But I won't say scrush. You know what? Now that I've thought about it, I say everything except scrush. Because I do also say flush. Anyway. Back to the fight. I think Viper is in a decent position here. Especially if Jordan continues to go forward. Because Viper knows exactly where Jordan is. Viper is engaging with less units, though. And he's... well, both players have traded. Viper's going to need to wait for more units. And actually, yeah. Viper's still adding in archers. And archers are very risky here. They do not help out against the skirms. Jordan's going to run around. Of course, he might not be able to kill villagers right away. But he will harass them and force walls. I don't think the water control did too much for Viper there. I thought that Viper would be in an okay position because he knew what Jordan was up to. Jordan's gonna run in, though. Just passing Viper. There's 2 archers in here. So with 2 archers, villagers could go down. Viper's panicking now. He's gonna try and wall these units in. That's not gonna happen. All these villagers running around. Meanwhile, on the front, Jordan's completely safe. He's full walled this, with the exception of that small area. Viper is forced to build a tower. He sent most of his military forward. He had too many archers. And, oh man, weak villager here. Villagers in the TC. This is awful for Viper, and this is amazing for Jordan, who, remember, has 2 fishing ships up on Viper. He can send this army away now. It's done its work. He's, of course, going to try and stick around, but this is devastating at this level. Jordan probably has 300 more food, yeah. 300 more food. He's waiting for the castle age upgrade, waiting for the gold. And that was a big blow to Viper. If you have to collect straggler trees like this, you know it's not your best day. Viper looped around with these archers, and of course Jordan's gonna have this walled off. That was interesting. We saw it. Viper went for the dock. It hasn't done anything. In the castle age, it can do a lot more, of course, because war galley and ballistics can do a lot, and I don't think Jordan would be able to get across. But at least for... what? There's a hole? There must be a hole there. Oh man, this can change things. That caught me off guard. I'm sure it caught Jordan off guard. 2 villagers down already. Probably a third if Viper pays attention. Yes, he's got him. Jordan did have units in his archer range. So... he's gonna probably clean this up, but man. Also, at the same exact time, Jordan ran through the TC. Killed a villager. Forcing Viper to fight. Viper's probably gonna micro down as many villas as possible. There's a couple weak ones he could pick off on the berries, but yeah, he's gonna lose these archers now. That's a good move from Viper. He needed a counter, and that was it. He killed a couple vills. Will it be enough, though? Jordan's on the way to the castle age. I think if Viper gets there, and he holds his water control, he's still in this game. He has a lot of military back at home. He just needs to get in a position to use it. Still not sure what Jordan's gonna do. Jordan could easily build 2 TCs and just boom. And forget about the water, and then build a castle on water and win it and push. But yeah, I don't know. Do you guys think this galley is stranded for Viper? I'm pretty sure it is. Somehow he got a galley on the other side there. Unless he can send the galley across, I'm sure we'll find out. We need a hole in the wall emote. I've thought about that, actually. Again, well, I think we need 20 or 25 more subs to get that next emote slot now. But it's definitely possible. You know what I want to see? Some T90 demos. I want to see some demos. That would be huge versus skirmishers and archers. Look at Viper sending his army in. He's trying to push here. He destroyed the one archer range, and luckily for Jordan, he was thinking about this and started building another one to plug that gap. I also see that Jordan is making a dock, and he has his skirmishers here, potentially could trap Viper's army. I don't know if you remember, I glanced, and Jordan went with his skirmishers up here next to where Viper's dock used to be. And he sent his army back to protect this area, I assume while it was being walled. At T90 Babe built a dock, and T90 Babe is going to probably build a siege workshop, but no telling yet. Viper's on his way to castle. Is he going to have an answer to elite skirmisher, which is being researched by Jordan? Bodkin arrow being researched by Jordan. Ooh, he almost killed one of Jordan's villagers. Didn't happen, though. I don't think he's going to have an answer. Jordan can run right through the TC. In fact, he should run right through the TC. Jordan is... Well, I'm going to focus on this. I want to see what he's doing on water as well. I assume it's fire ships. He can run right through unless Viper walls like that, and that is very important. Hop into the tower, go to the other wood line. Viper's army on the front trying to destroy this range. Still hasn't done anything, though. And, I mean, I get the decision to try and break through, but Jordan knows you're going to be there. He's probably going to repair and plug this hole in the wall. Viper's coming back to deal with these skirmishers. Skirmishers, of course, do well, under arrow fire. So the tower's not going to hurt him much, and Viper could lose some vills. He's just lost one. He's running these villagers away. You can see the damage is still done. Jordan recognized the situation. Viper's army was forward, so he could do some damage. The TC and the tower are firing. Viper's still not in castle, and Viper's going for another quick wall. Oh my gosh, I swear that those skirmishers were sitting on top of the stable for a second. Oh man, again, I have to say it. Jordan, for the second time this game, has pushed Viper, and it has been incredibly effective. Jordan has forced him to wall, Jordan has forced him to run, and the skirmishers will probably kill as much as possible and then just run again. But, you know, meanwhile, there's that TC I was talking about for Jordan. He does have fire ships on the water. Viper's going for his own fire. Siege workshop on the front. In my opinion, it was a small mistake from Jordan to try and focus down the army underneath the TC. I think he should have ran away. And if he ran away, then Viper was going to have to address that, and he would have chased. Now Viper has an opportunity to push forward. Cav Archer's on the way, and maybe Viper can run forward and do something with his army a little bit earlier. Saying that, Jordan's already going for the siege workshop. No Mangonel yet. He's also going for war galley. So this is Jordan's point of view. This middle is going to be very important. I'd like to see a castle later on for one of these players. And Jordan is missing this army. He also doesn't have a Mangonel on the way, and he has the resources. So he's cleaning up Viper on water, but Viper's coming in from behind. And Viper's going to try and kill this army. And there's the demo! There is the demo! No! Oh man, Jordan was on point, paying attention. I felt like it was coming. It came and it failed. Oh. That hurts, that hurts. Still, in the end, this is pretty good for Viper. He didn't upgrade to Elite Skirmisher, and he's using these skirmishers against Jordan's units. He's doing a decent job. I got really excited, chat. that really hurt to see that demo get focused down. But what awareness from Jordan there. He thought he had a win on the water. He thought he had a win on land because he had the water control, and Viper could have changed that in an instant. Jordan, I believe, placed his third town center now. One on the stone, another one on the gold. So 3 in total. Viper is still on 1 TC. So if this goes to Imp, especially with Jordan's resources being safe, you have to favor the Mayans player. Especially because Jordan also has 4 fishing ships working, and he has 12 extra villagers. So at this stage of the game, Viper recognizes he's behind, and Viper's going to need to think of something to do. And I honestly think he needs to wait, because his economy's not that strong. Probably needs to wait another 10-20 pop before he can do anything. But for now, he's focusing on water a bit. And I think he should be sending cav archers behind wood lines, because all the wood lines can be ranged by cav archers. War Galley was an interesting decision for Jordan. As you guys know, fire ships are good against war galleys unless war galleys are massed. He took a risk going for the war galley upgrade, and it's also expensive, but it might pay off. And Viper's going full fire ship. Girlfriends don't exist. Only T90 Babe exists. That's a nice Mangonel shot. How many times do you see players microing fire ships, skirmishers, Mangonels, and war galleys, and cav archers all at the same time? Well, it's happening here. I think Viper's gonna skate away with his Mangonel. Send out a villager to repair. This is insane! Look at all the moving parts here. Human beings are controlling this, not machines. How did he keep that cav archer alive? Like, the first slip was losing one unit there. This is nuts. These units are dancing around. It's not like something important is really happening either. It's just impressive how everything is constantly moving. That's a lot of fire ships for Viper. But also a lot of war galleys for Jordan 23. And he has the advantage in this game. That's just crazy. Everything was moving at once there. This is one cav archer, which is pretty insignificant now for Viper, was being moved. Viper, he's gonna need to get moving though, if he wants to win this game, because he is behind in eco, and Mayans have such a strong economy. Jordan's using the choke points and the Mangonels, which are doing a very good job against the fire ship, sending out another Mangonel. A Viper though, he is gonna kill one with his own Mangonel. And Jordan with the micro! He has two Mangonels here! He's killed Viper's Mangonel, and he will finish off these crossbows now as well. The Mangonels are on low HP, so he might lose this one. And maybe the next. But that's a win for Jordan 23, because Viper isn't doing any damage. There's a demo for Jordan. Probably hoping to use that against the fires as they were clumped up. Viper immediately going to his third TC. Devoting his time to his economy again. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. Jordan has the map control. He doesn't even need to build a castle here to gain this area. So he might build a castle in the middle. He has water control. He'll probably hit Imp first. And Jordan has a commanding lead here. Yeah, so the galley that was trapped earlier on, that's going to get focused down. And there's that castle for Jordan. I love this map. This is a really cool map. It seems fair as well, when often these maps aren't very fair. The relic positioning seems fair, because both players have 2 relics. The middle is fair as well. The only thing that's slightly messed up is this little area for Viper. But then again, he didn't even dock that area, and the galley just glitched to the other side. And Jordan might have one of those as well. Yeah, Jordan has one of those as well. Just slightly different. So let's talk about Imperial Age matchups with these civs. I wouldn't be surprised if Viper... If Jordan hits Imp first, I wouldn't be surprised if Viper just calls the GG. But assuming they both get to Imp and start fighting, plumed archers are incredibly good against cav archers, and then you just add in the halberdier and you counter the knights from Huns. So the Hal plumed archer with this much map control is going to be devastating. The water control currently heavily in Jordan's favor, and it's going to delay these wood lines. I don't see Viper being able to push back from this unless he gets up to Imp really fast and does something crazy, like goes for Cavalier before Jordan can get Halbs out. And Jordan has 93 villagers as Mayans. He researched handcart already. He can build another castle if he wants, and honestly, there's nothing really stopping him from building it here. The Viper went to his 4th TC. Probably trying to get this relic, but not thinking about it at the moment. Shame on you, Viper. And where's this next castle going to be? Defensive? Yeah, defensive castle. Jordan knows he needs to be a bit defensive, just in case Viper waltzes in with Cavalier later on. I do like this from Viper. This is that one Cav Archer we talked about earlier. I'd like to see him place it here, because he can delay all these builds, but I like the idea. You can tell what he was going for. It's really hard to say that these guys are doing anything wrong when they're this good, you know? I mean, they still make mistakes, which is the beauty of it, because humans controlling this madness. But yeah, Viper is getting handcart. Jordan already has handcart, and he's going to click up to Imp now. He will have 2 castles, which means double the plumed archers, and probably 3 castles on the way, still having villagers on stone. And the plumed archers are going to run around. Nothing's going to stop them either, because Viper doesn't have any water control. And where's Viper going to build this? The Viper is building a castle. Where is he going to build this castle? What? Oh, there it is. Am I missing something here? I did not expect it to be that far back. But I think he almost expects to be pushed from Jordan. And Jordan's gonna go into Eagles or Halbs? Yeah, probably Halbs. He's getting the defense upgrade for his Halbs. Second time watching your stream and then you cast a Viper versus Jordan. Best timing. Yeah, best timing indeed, man. These games have been really good. I think Viper's gonna need a really quick punch. And that's normally Knights. But the problem is Jordan, he's gonna be so far ahead in economy and timing. He's gonna have 3 castles to make plumes, and he's already making the pikeman transition. And it will soon be Halb. So Viper would need to have enough Knights, enough Cavalier, to run past all these castles non-stop, and to do a significant amount of damage to Jordan's eco, so he could transition. And Viper probably is not in that position. He's going for light cav. He's not using his ranges, so he's not going to go light cav and Cav Archer. Viper doesn't know about this castle. He will soon enough. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the T90 Rex in the chat for Viper are appropriate at this point. Jordan, pay attention, man, you plumed archers! Yeah, there we go. He realized. Well, Viper's still gonna try. I don't understand the light cav choice unless he's going light cav and elite skirm. Like, that would kind of make sense. Maybe, yeah, he's gonna go Hussar. Well, now he knows about this castle, and I'm guessing Jordan's gonna build another one. Yeah, Jordan's gonna try and build another one. This map is just perfect for Mayans, if you do what Jordan did here. Just keep your economy safe. Plenty of stone to build castles. And he's probably gonna place this guy right here. Or actually, I don't think he can fit it there. Maybe he's gonna build it where the siege workshop is currently. Oh, elite eagle warrior. I did see a pikeman, so I'm not dumb, but elite eagle's the choice. Alright. So I was expecting the plumed archers. Still, the elite eagle warriors are not a good thing to see if you're Viper. When you can't take this wood, when you're forced into the back corner like this TC will go down. Another castle on the front. Look at the mini-map. Look where Jordan is and look where Viper is. A huge difference now. I mean, what does Viper have up his sleeve? He's adding out knights. Maybe he saw the eagles and he's thinking, okay, I can make knights against eagles. Maybe that's what he's thinking. But he's not going to have the resources to keep up with it. And the eagles are very strong. They have all the defense upgrades and El Dorado, which takes them to 100 HP. Yeah, Jordan's doing all the right things. Just trying to scout these areas out. He's already on this gold, interestingly enough. Plumed archers are over here. They're going to try and go in and harass. And oh, he's going to take out the Magadel so the plumed archers can come join the fight? Well, I don't think it really matters. The eagles will be fine. Viper does not have the Hussar upgrade. He's getting Bracer. Okay, he's building archer ranges. So he's going to try and go Skirm. Man, he wants this. It is tie ball game, tie series. He wants this, but yeah, sorry, Viper. It's not going to happen. There's no way Viper can come back from this. Even if Jordan went AFK for 10 minutes, Viper has Eagles in his eco. He doesn't have the food to make the units he wants to make, and I don't think he'd be able to take down, maybe take down 2 castles in 10 minutes, but still Jordan would come back to a plethora of resources. Is there still a delay? How about you guys tell me when you hear me say this? Say pineapple when you hear me say this. I think there's more of a delay today for some reason. But I can never hate on a player for continuing to try. Especially one like Viper, who has come back so many different times. That being... Yeah, see, there's not that much of a delay. That being said, it's over. Alright, all the pineapples in the chat. Get the woo-woo pineapples in the... Alright. Jordan's taking the score lead back. 9 games to 8. And, sorry, the colors switched on us there. That was an exceptional game from Jordan. He won the game because of 2 attacks. The first one, when he had more skirmishers and Viper was adding archers and his water control didn't do anything. And then also in the Castle Age, when Jordan had the balls to run through the TC and the tower and harass Viper's economy. Viper, in both those instances, did have military. It was either not the right military or it wasn't in the right spot. The first instance, Viper went galleys, and like 2 or 3 galleys didn't do anything to protect his units. The second instance, Viper also had his army forward. So in an RTS game, especially Age of Empires, you kind of use that kind of thing to your advantage sometimes. Jordan knew that this army was threatening, but he was just trying to get by for as long as possible so his army could do damage. I hope that makes sense. And Jordan did a great job at it this game. Also, there were a couple small moments on the water where Jordan did an exceptional job killing fishing ships and stuff. So, all in all, Jordan, I think, won this convincingly. I don't think it was even that close. If there wasn't that hole, I don't think Jordan's eco would have been touched at all. Alright, we'll look at the achievements for you guys. There's the units killed, and there's the units lost. Marianne saying, YouTube, I am here. Here's the eco. Food, wood, and gold. The technology stats as well. Feudal, Castle, and Imperial Age time, Jordan was ahead with every single one, though there wasn't a huge difference in those times. But yeah, Jordan was on top of it that game. I'm excited to see what we see next. If you're seeing this on YouTube, let's see if I can toggle over. There we go. YouTube, you can see what's coming next. So now it's 9 for Jordan, 8 for Viper. We just saw the ultra random, and wait a second. Oh, okay, never mind. I was confused on something. We're good. We just saw the ultra random, and now we're going to see Arabia. Thank God, I love Arabia. Arabia separates the best from the best. It really does. All right, I'm going to need to get a drink of water straight.